All right. What we're going to talk about is the baby bird. Now, I've done this story. I've done it so many times. It's on the website, but I want to be clear with it, and that is baby birds are helpless creatures. They need something. They need help. They need mommy bird to feed them, or they die. Same thing with people stuck in losing positions. They need help. They need price to come down and feed them. So if you're short, that means you think price is going to go lower. But if it doesn't and price is up here and you're short from down here, you're underwater and you're stuck, right? If you're short from down there and price starts coming back down, you feel more and more inclined to do what? Scratch it, don't you? You might not scratch it, but you feel more inclined to scratch it. Well, you guys know from being in here that when you're short, you are a buyer to cover that short. You wanted to buy it down here for a winter, but since the price went up here, you felt the pain, you felt the heat, and now you feel less pain. You feel like, man, God, I'll never do this again. Just let me out for a scratch. And so you might be bidding it where the pain started. Price could fill you, or if indeed, now that's how you feel, right? And if you're the only short down there, then it's no big deal. The market doesn't care. But if there's a lot of shorts down in here and you have a popular area of stuck shorts, then there's a lot of people trying to bid and feel the same way as you do. So the first, second time down there, it gets close to letting all these shorts off the hook, and then it stops, and then it just goes up. And one short says, Baby Bird says, I'll just go get it here. I'll go get it here. Go get it here. And price then moves up. This has to be your new definition of support. When support works, it's because this dynamic existed. There was a certain amount of shorts that were stuck that are now buyers in an area begging to get out. And they're resting a bid just on their knees praying, let me out. You know how you feel if it happens to you. If it's a lot of people there, then it's no longer confusing as to why the market would feel that way and then why support would be support when it works. So this dynamic has to exist when you have support acting as support. Now, if there's a 50% Fibonacci level here, that was just coincidental. The 50% Fibonacci level works when this dynamic exists. All right. This dynamic doesn't exist because 50% was there. Okay. You have to have these positions, these stuck trap positions. And so more and more people talk about people being trapped. But one of the ways to use it is to create your support resistance levels, especially in real time. But you got to understand why they would work before you develop them and before you then could use them and so on. So good support resistance levels. Well, first of all, support resistance levels everybody has, right? People have different ways to get them, but a lot of people, most people have them early on in their trading careers. Targets, places where the market could go, stop, go the other way. And but a lot of them have more or less just coincidences of lines in the sand that they think price is going. And the other thing that is weak when creating how most people create support resistance is they look at stuff that's already been laying on the charts for many hours or many days. So if something's there where more people could see it, then what kind of advantage is it? If more people know certain news, then it's not going to move the market once it comes out. Does that make sense? If everybody knows what the unemployment report is before it comes out, then the market's already priced it in. If everybody knows, therefore it's not a surprise the market's not out of whack. Certain news, right? That's why it's an advantage to know news before most of the rest of the market. And so therefore you want to be able in real time follow and really bust your ass at searching for where people are stuck short, that's support, stuck long, that's resistance. And the edge zones that I create and Dave puts them on, it's an element of what Dave has on our screen, is prior areas and then real time areas that we go and say, hey, these guys are stuck potentially short here or long there. And now you understand why, if indeed there's enough short stuck, it would be support. You can understand that. And I call it the baby bird story because people who are stuck in a position are like as helpless as baby birds trying to get out. And I'll put a link in the description of the kind of the short 2 or 3 minute video we did with some animation on explaining what each bird is in the story, the baby birds, the mommy bird, the hawk. But it's important to tell a story around it so it sticks in your head and understanding price action this way, because Gann and Fibonacci and Andrew and his pitchfork or Bollinger and all the other stuff that's used to find targets and create support or resistance are more coincidences when they work. You got to have this. It's the whole shooting match right here.